Okay. Berserker glyphs video for Tera. Let's do it.
Bug it.
I'll try and make it quick. The glyph page 1. The basis for all the other glyph page. This is the maximum damage glyph page. These are the best glyphs for damage, in my opinion. If you don't need movement speed, that is. And this other one is the same thing, but with movement speed. So what do you take? Carving Thunderstrike, because it's OP. Crits are OP. Slick Thunderstrike, because moving is OP. You can keep repositioning. Don't take Sanative. Sanative does not increase DPS. And it's not going to help your healer out that much. But for 2 points it's decent enough if you like have nothing else to take. That's why I've taken it here in that page. Swift Thunderstrike's good. You charge faster, more DPS. Empowered Cyclone. Cyclone hits harder. It's not actually worth it for 6 points in many cases, but since this is the maximum damage glyph page, you know,
the more
hit harder.
damage you get from Cyclone, the more damage you can deal with evasive. So
yeah, helps evasive as well. Hasten Cyclone. Charge faster, do more damage. Carving Cyclone. Crit more, do more damage. Vampiric Blow. Do more damage. It chains off Thunderstrike and Cyclone. Very, very good to chain off that. Don't ever use it by itself. Flurry of Blows is ridiculously good. Like, that spell should be used on cooldown if you want to do maximum DPS. And, well, the Lingering Flurry of Blows will give you at least 2 extra Thunderstrikes, which will be super fast. MP is always good, unless you're spamming like MP pots and Divine Infusions. I don't know, this glyph is the best glyph I think for getting mana on a Zerk. Evasive Smash, Empowered Evasive Smash makes you hit harder. Evasive Smash, crit, makes you crit more. Simple. And then Raise is really good because it's like it hits fairly hard. It hits harder than Staggering Strike, and Staggering Strike has a similar glyph. It hits harder than
and
that.
less cooldown.
Less cooldown, and it almost speeds up Thunderstrike by the same amount. Like 25% to 30% is almost not noticeable. I don't think it is.
It moves you a little bit forward as well, so if you're trying to reposition and charge Thunderstrike for when you get back to the boss, it's really nice.
You know, Baraka-chan is moving towards me. You like clip him as you go past, charge a Thunderstrike, and then wreck him. You know, simple. That was really badly done, but yeah, just be like, woo, and then wreck. Okay. And that's the same page, but this is kind of optional. The main thing we want is to remove Cyclone, because for 6 points, like in the first place, you don't increase your damage by 12% because you only increase damage that Overchannel would have added by 12%, so it's not even 12% more damage. And for 6 points, it's about like 6% more damage or 4% more damage. I'm not sure, I forgot, but I tested it. For 6 points, it's not worth it. Like, moving fast will increase your damage indirectly by just being able to get behind the boss faster. So like in RG second boss, use this glyph page. For RG first boss and last boss, I use this. For laser boss, I use this now. But for like RG last boss, because he's fat and chody and there's no tank, use this.
Even for second boss?
Yeah, like the chody lizard plant thing, and like you're increasing damage by moving.
Back time.
Yeah,
if you have the back time open up, like for most of the fight, then it's best to skip the dash shit because you're not going to need to reposition that often.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's a good point. Basically, dash is there to increase back time. If you can have like 100% back time without dash, use this. If you need dash to increase back time, this is more worth it. than shitty Cyclone glyph. And this is my PvP page, if you want to have a look. And this third page is double ghosts. For double ghosts in SCHM 50%, you want damage and stuns. So all the damage in Thunderstrike, stuns of staggering, so like cooldown and reset. Cyclone, you can also take this, but I think I ran out of points for the empowered Cyclone, so take hastened and carving before that. Vampiric blow helps. Flurry of blows is really good. This slows down the ghost for longer, helps the healer kite, and this gives you damage and evasive. This is what I use until 24%, like until about 30%. Then I switch to like this, and then burn the boss. Actually, no, I switch to it as soon as the double ghost is over. But this is for double ghosts. And we're gonna quickly talk about like what glyphs are commonly used but bad. Which ones were they, Andy?
Well, some of
block.
them have potential. Well, had. But it's very.
Let's talk about the block one for now, because like if Tera has any more questions, I'll just answer in game. So like block is bad for mana because you have to like you get hit once, it's only 3%.
Well, the more you block,
you need something that hits you often, and you don't want to be blocking. Like, would you rather block or just move out the way of the attack, charge, and hit the boss? It's simple. Like, block is your last resort. Literally, block only if you absolutely have to. Blocking is not DPSing. Charging is kind of like DPSing because it makes your next attack hit hard.
It's even nicer to like get away from hits now with the block cancel on leaping, so you can do that instead.
Yeah. Like, it's good. Don't block. Hit. Charge. Move. Don't block. What else?
Well,
some people like using staggering combo. Like I think level 60 Zerks like to use this, but I don't think it's good anymore. So don't use it. I think you could have a build where you use Blazing Staggering Strike and all your Thunder Strikes are glyphed or with haste. So you can use like...
Doesn't matter anymore. You use the Thundering Takedown or Raise, whatever it's called now.
Yeah, but using both might work, but I don't think it's worth. Anyway.
Well, unless you hate Cyclone.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Fiery Rage is a garbage. It's a 30% chance, so most of the time, it's not even sometimes, most of the time it doesn't even proc, and when it does proc, it's like, I don't know, 6 power or something.
The most important thing about Fire Rage is that the actual percentage increase comes from your base, and not from the total power you have, so it's shit.
Yeah, you only get 6 power no matter how much power you have from this glyph, and it's only 30%. It's like 30% chance to get 6 more power. 6 more power is garbage.
6 or 7, whatever, compared to, like, I don't know, Priest Buff, Synergy Star, Satanic Wrath, like, Power Charms, it doesn't even fucking compare.
Yeah.
It's a waste of points. Nowadays, anyway.
What else is there? I think
Dash, some people like to use Dash, like, permanently, but unless you are unable to have max backup time, I don't know, it's like static bosses like Darkan or I don't know, even in BR it's a waste to use it.
Dash?
Yeah.
Nah, Dash is good.
It's not that good, like for Darkan.
I think this is a more well-rounded page. This is full damage, and this is probably better in most situations because Dash comes in useful in many situations. Like increased back time, like if Darkan turns around because you still aggro something, you can just run around quickly,
hit him again. But that doesn't happen often enough to make it
then
worth.
Again, and there's other situations. It helps you get out of the dust. It helps you move when he's doing his triple push. It helps you out in the donuts.
No.
But mainly for if you're just looking to DPS more, it increases back time.
This is back time if your boss is moving though. Doctrine doesn't really move.
Okay, Annie doesn't like it, but I like it. If you have any other questions, just ask me.